Just alluded to it right now, being outside and sort of seeing that ominous sky around him. We have a weather, back here in the Weather Center, Fred has a window that he's been looking out of, and all you see is darkness.
And also we're taking a live look right now, or we were taking a live look at I-95. There we go. As you can see, the torrential rain just downpouring on the highway there. Of course, there's most likely ponding, some serious ponding going on, a situation like this. Of course, if you're traveling right now, listening to us on the radio on 87.7, please keep those speeds down and be very, very careful as this very dangerous storm moves in. But let's go, let's head back on over to Fred Campagna now for the very latest is what's going on. Fred.
Well, Paul, likely to see some flash flooding, some ponding on the roadways, as you mentioned, with this storm producing such torrential rain in such a short period of time. The storm still hammering Providence, although the leading edge of it now moving through the city and into the western part of southeastern Massachusetts. So let's go back now to the live digital storm tracker XT, and you see all those colors on there indicating the real heavy rainfall that we have right now. It is still coming down. We're still hearing that rumble of thunder. We'll get back in nice and tight here and take a look at Providence, where you see anything that's not green, yellow, or darker orange. That is some heavy rainfall, and right now I'm seeing some of the darkest colors that I've seen on the digital storm tracker XT, indicating just how heavy and intense the rainfall is that we are seeing from this storm system. But as I mentioned, it's not one that's stationary. It is certainly moving along. It's one that we can track, and you'll see that little rotation icon there right around 195 right now. That is one of our tracking points where we can pick it up. The storm is moving, accelerating actually, off to the east-northeast, and it'll be in Rehoboth, probably already in Rehoboth. Then it moves into North Rehoboth by about 14 minutes from now, and then eventually up into the Meadowbrook area. So this storm cruising right along, but it is not weakening. It's still a very intense storm system. A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect right now, and we have actually have a tornado warning, which is in effect right now for northern Bristol County in Rhode Island. Spotter reported a funnel cloud near Barrington. That was moving northeast at around 39 miles an hour. So that is something we're going to zoom in right there. A tornado warning is actually in effect for northern Bristol County, for Barrington, Rhode Island. That tornado warning is in effect until 4:15. And as you look at the radar returns, you can see certainly there are some dark radar returns over that part of the state right now. That spotter reporting a funnel cloud did not say whether or not that funnel cloud was on the ground. Most likely when it's a funnel cloud, that means that it has not reached the ground. Not a confirmed tornado right now in Barrington, but that's where a train spotter saw a funnel cloud. Talked about it early on, that the potential was there for this storm system to produce a tornado. We are still getting absolutely crushed by the thunder and the lightning here in Providence. I want to reiterate again, a tornado warning in effect right now for Barrington. That is for northern Bristol County in Rhode Island, and that includes Barrington, and it's in effect until 4:15, as the spotter has reported a funnel cloud. No word as to whether or not that funnel cloud was making its way to the ground. But that's not to say that this storm system is only impacting that part of
the basement, preferably under a staircase. If you have a downstairs closet, get in the closet. If you have a downstairs bathroom, get into the bathroom, because of the pipes around it makes for a very secure structure. That's the place to be in the lowest level of your home. Stay away from windows as the storm approaches, because even if the tornado's not on the ground, there's still indications of 100-mile-an-hour winds possible with this system as it moves into your area. So this is the area we are talking about, from Barrington, Rhode Island, to the north and east, right toward Taunton. These are the areas that have to take precautions and do the necessary procedures right now. This is a life-endangering situation where we could have a tornado on the ground. Rehoboth, you're in this too, down to Swansea, perhaps Dighton. These areas right in the path, you have to take precautions right now and get into the basement, because this is a serious situation. Trained spotters, if you're just joining us, in Barrington, Rhode Island, have reported a funnel cloud, which may have touched down and become a tornado. That's when it officially becomes a tornado, is when the funnel cloud actually makes contact with the ground. That may have happened already, and the tornado is headed toward the north and east. As it does, we do expect deteriorating conditions in the places I've just mentioned, anywhere from Barrington, Rhode Island here in this gray area right up here to the north and east, including Taunton eventually here. This is until 4:45. Behind this, there are even more severe thunderstorms, so this isn't the end of it, even though this is the most severe we've seen. Obviously, with a tornado, the funnel cloud will push Massachusetts. That's why we want you to know that that tornado warning is in effect for obvious reasons. You got to get in the basement if you live in these areas. The tornado winds could exceed 100 miles per hour with this. That would make it a strong F1 or weak F2 tornado as it heads toward the north and east. There's also some hail reported with this storm, up to 1/4 in diameter. We also could see winds of up to 100 miles per hour. Again, even if the tornado doesn't touch ground, within this cell, we've just seen indications here in the office of winds up to 100 miles per hour possible as this storm moves in. Look at this. 2-inch hail is extremely large. That's damaging hail to automobiles and windows. Could smash the windows and the windshields out of the car. The tornado is moving toward the northeast. Rehoboth, all the way down to Swansea. You have to be concerned with this. The storm's moving to the northeast pretty quickly now at 40 miles per hour. The purple here indicating where there's hail likely. There's 3-inch hail down here, just about where the tornado is, where the funnel clouds have been spotted. 3-inch hail is huge. That will do some damage as well. So not only do you have to worry about the possible tornado, possible wind gusts of up to 100 miles per hour, but also the possibility of damaging hail as this storm now, a very powerful, severe storm. We don't see too many of these in these parts, but this is one of them, a severe tornadic thunderstorm now headed out of Rhode Island into Massachusetts from Bristol County, Rhode Island, crossing the border into Bristol County here in Massachusetts. These are the timelines for these areas. North Rehoboth in about 10 minutes. Also in about 10 minutes, a place called Briggs Corner. If you live anywhere near here, take precautions and get down to your lowest level, into the bathroom if you have one, under a stairwell. Stay away from windows because this is a serious situation. The red swirling area here indicate what's called shear in the atmosphere. It's winds moving